friends. Today we're going to discuss the C data types. So let's get started. Let me open up my editor, and here I have created a new file, ex2_datatypes.c, and there are three classes of data types in C. The first one is the primary data types, second is the derived data types, and the third one is the user-defined data types. So C compiler supports four fundamental data types, namely int for integer, floating point, double precision floating point, and character or short for char. And many of them also offer extended data types such as long int and long double. So the next one is the derived data types, which includes arrays, functions, and pointers. And C99 adds three more data types, namely bool, complex, and imaginary. And the third one is the user-defined data types, which includes union, type definition or type def, enumeration or enum, and struct for structure. So we're going to talk more about these data types later on. So right now we're going to focus on the primary data types. So for the int or integer, it is a whole number, and for the float, it is a floating point or a number with a fractional part. Next is the double or double precision floating point value, and lastly the character or char, which is a single character. So the amount of storage required for each of these types varies by platform, and C has a built-in Sizeof operator that gives the memory requirements for a particular data type. So I'm going to give you an example. So let me quickly type this in. So the size of int, and then the %d, and then the /n or the new line, and then the Sizeof operator. Then we need to put inside of these the int, let's go ahead and run this by right-clicking this file and compile and run, or you can press F5 on your keyboard to compile and run this program. So before we run this program, let me quickly explain this to you. So the printf statements in this program have two arguments. The first is the output string with a format specifier of the %d, while the next argument, this argument, returns the size of a value. In this final output, the %v for decimal is replaced by the value in the second argument, which is this one. So let's compile and run. Here is the output. So the program output displays the corresponding size in bytes for each data type. So for the int, it has 4 bytes. For float, still the same, 4, and double is 8. The character is 1. So note that C does not have a Boolean data type, and also a print statement can have multiple format specifiers with corresponding arguments to replace the specifiers. So format specifiers are also referred to as conversion specifiers. This one, we will learn more about format specifiers in the upcoming lessons. But for now, this is how you display the corresponding size in bytes for each data type. You need to use the Sizeof operator. And before we wrap up, let's test your knowledge. I have here a question for you. Which of the following are valid data types? Is it A, which is int, float, double, and character, or B, int, float, string, and character, or C, int, vol, string, or is it D, int, double, character, or boolean? Please leave your answer in the comment section below. Thank you.